Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, first grade. Hey, have you thought about what you might want to be when you grow up? This story is called I Can Be Anything. There's some great ideas about things that you might want to be when you grow up. When I was a little girl, I wanted to be a teacher. And look, I am. So think about all the opportunities, all the fun things that you might like to do when you grow up. There's some great things out there. Good morning. I'm so glad you're here with me today in our PBS classroom. I'm Mrs. Hammock, and I am your first grade teacher, and I'm so glad to see you this morning. We're going to get ready to get started. All the skills and things you need to be excellent readers and writers, we're going to practice today. Are you ready? Let's wake up our brains. Good job. All right. It's time to play our ear training game. Are you ready? Today, we are going to isolate sounds. Yes. Do you remember what isolate means? It means we're going to put it separate by itself, okay? All right, so here's my word. I'm going to say it really stretched out, and I want you to tell me what sound you hear in the middle. Here we go. Set. Can you tell me the sound you heard? Good job. How about red? Did you hear it? Good job. All right, one last one. Men. What do you hear in the middle? The sound. That's right, because that's our focused letter and sound for this week. Great job. All right, we're going to practice our fluency with our letters and blends, and then we're going to do some word building with our short E sound. Are you ready to try? Great. Let's do our blends first. SP says sp. SN says sn. SL says sl. CR says cr. FR says fr. Whoops. TR says tr. PL says pl. FL says fl. CL says cl. And BL says bull. Good. All right, let's try some of those letters. All right, we're using our letter building cards, our word building cards. Ready? They don't have the picture signal to help you, so let's see if you can do it without it. Ready? S says S. Good. R says R. L says L. T says T. M says M. N says N. C says K. P says P. B says B. F says F. G says G. Remember, that's one of those tricky ones? G, but it says the G sound. And we have some vowels. Short A says A. Short I says I. And short O says ah. Good job. Okay, it's time for us to review our sound for this week. Here we go. Short E says eh. So we have E, egg, eh. The E can stand for egg, and it's spelled, that sound is spelled two different ways. We're going to concentrate mostly on this plain E, just the E all by itself. You ready to do some word building? Good. All right, let's try it. Here we go. G, e, t. Now, in order to read, we need to blend those sounds together. That means we say them in a stretchy kind of way so that they touch each other. And then we use our good ear training to see what word it says. Here we go. G, get, get. Terrific. Let's change the beginning sound. If I get rid of that and I change it to an L sound, let, let. How did you do? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, now I'm going to change it completely. I'm going to put a word up that has a blend in it because I want us to keep practicing how to read those blends. Let's see if we know this one. Ready? St, stem, stem, stem. Did you get it? Good job. All right, I think I have one more for you. Let's see if you can read this one. Okay, here we go. Neck, neck. Good job. Let's try it on our practice chart and see what words we have to practice reading. Are you ready? All right, let's go. Red, red. Ed, bed. Bell, bell. Wet, wet. Let's jump down to the bottom row of just the short E's. Ten, men, men. Well, well. Set, set. Great job. You did it terrific. I'm super proud of you. All right, so we've practiced listening, we've practiced building words, and we've practiced reading. I have something new I want to teach you today. Today, I'm going to teach you about an ending part, a part that goes at the end of a word. We call them inflectional endings. And we're going to just learn one today, and that is ED. All right, when you see ED at the end of a word, it means it happened in the past. It means it already happened. But here's the tricky part. ED has 3 different sounds it can make. It can be a little tricky. ED can sound like the D sound, like yelled, smelled, played. It can sound like ed, like rested, planted, melted. And sometimes it sounds like the T sound, t, like helped, fixed, jumped. So we're going to practice identifying that and learning how to read words that have the ED sound. So when I have a word that has the ED sound, that means that it already happened. I played. That means I'm not playing right now, I already played. So it can be tricky when we're reading to see the ED at the end of a word. But I feel pretty good that you're going to know what to do. Let's take a look at a word that I have for you. This is the word yell. Yell. Okay? So when I want to say yell, and it already happened, like maybe yesterday, I yelled. I yelled. That means it happened in the past. Do you hear how the ED says the D sound? Yelled. We don't say yelled. That doesn't sound right. We just say yelled. Yelled. Did you get it? Good job. Let's take a look at our chart again, and let's just concentrate on when it says the D sound. Yelled. Let's read this one. If I cover up the ED, it says smell. That, if I want it to happen in the past, I add the ED, smelled. Yesterday, I smelled cookies. Here's the word play. When I want to talk about it already happened, I add the ed. Played. Good job. Are you getting the hang of it? We'll be practicing all week long, so if that's kind of tricky for you, please don't worry. You'll have lots of time to practice. Let's take a look at our high frequency words. I have a new way for you to practice them today, so I'm really excited. Are you ready? First, we're going to do what we always do. We're going to read them and spell them, and if you have something to write with, I want you to do that too. Here we go. New. N-E-W. Use. U-S-E. Use. Help. H-E-L-P. Help. There. T-H-E-R-E. There. And the last one today is again. A-G-A-I-N. Again. All right, I'm going to show you how I think you might enjoy practicing these to get them locked in your brain. But we don't have time to practice all of them with me. I'm going to practice one with you, and then you can practice the others at home later on. So I'm going to use the word again, and I am going to use my clipboard, and this is called rainbow writing. Doesn't that sound fun? I know, and it's really pretty. So I'm going to take first the colors of the rainbow, red, orange. I'm not going to use yellow, but I'll use green, purple, and blue. And I am going to write the word again. A-G-A-I-N. Again. All right, now I'm going to use the next color. I'm going to use orange. A, say the letters, G-A-I-N. Again, we want to get them locked in, so make sure you're spelling them out loud, because that's how it'll get locked in there. A-G-A-I-N. Do you see how it's making a pretty rainbow? I love that. A-G-A-I-N. And my last color, I don't really have a purple. It's kind of a pinkish purple, but whatever you have will work. A-G-A-I-N. And that is how you do rainbow writing. Isn't it beautiful? And what a fun way to practice spelling those words so they can get locked in your brain. I chose this one because it's kind of hard. All right, I hope you'll come back and join me tomorrow so we can practice some more skills to help you be great readers and writers. Goodbye now, the clock says we're done. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good